get in, so we had to switch real late to Skype. But anyway, we're here. We're ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. And sometimes you have to solve some things on the fly, even during the midst of a live show. I know it happens even during the basketball shows that you guys do, Cliff, sometimes, and sometimes the football and all that. And Cliff was at the station even until pretty late last night with football. But hey, we're here. We're ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. So give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. I think we might have lost the studios. So let's see here. Well, do we have everyone? I don't know. Let me start the call. Some reason we lost people. But anyway, we're getting back on. I know that this is just a little bit challenging this morning, but we're here. You're listening to a Faster PC live technical support. We're heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. And we're here ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. So definitely you want to give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. A Faster PC live technical support will answer your call, will answer your questions, and I don't know really what's going on here with Skype right now. I think I'm going to quit Skype and open it back up again. So anyway, just some things that happen sometimes. But we are here. We're ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and your technical issues as well. And so give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. And we are going to be talking today, of course, answering your computer questions. And also, in addition to answering your computer questions, we're going to be working on resolving computer and technical issues as well. And so this is what we do here at a Faster PC, and hopefully, I think we have the stations here, I believe. Let me see. I see WCNO. I don't know if we have WPSL or not. Let me see if we can add WPSL into the call. And anyway, we are going to be talking today about how you can use browser protection. I think we have all three connections in right now. A little bit of a just some not going quite as smoothly today, but we have to roll with it and get going. But we are here and we are ready to answer your computer questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues. And you can hear me okay, Cliff? Yeah, good. Because for some reason there's a message at the top that says we can't connect to your microphone, but they're connected. So anyway, as long as it's working, that's a good thing. So what we want to do today, what we want to look at today, is we are going to be talking about, of course, answering your questions, going over some of the threats that we're seeing in the field right now. And we'll be talking about how our basic and advanced browser protection packages can help protect you when you're out there, when you're browsing the web, and to make sure as much as possible that you are as safe as possible when you're out there. So some of the things that are happening right now in computer world and what we're seeing, we have seen, quite a bit of, the other night we had a pretty big connection. And Karen, do you have us at WCNO? Hopefully Karen has us over at WCNO. I see you in the call, so hopefully you have us here. But anyway, we're here to answer your questions. And one of the things that we have seen this week, we did have some big storms, a few days ago, and we did see some dead computers from that. We also saw some systems that went offline that had to be rebooted and power cycled and so on and so forth. We were able to get those systems back up and back running. One system did go down, and really it's a bad motherboard. So in that case, what we're looking at is just having to replace things. They're going to be replacing that system. We could have replaced the motherboard, but that's some time out, and really it doesn't, when you have an old system that really doesn't always, maybe it's not quite as fast as you'd like it to be, it's probably time to just replace it. If it meets all your needs and we can get a reliable motherboard, that's great. Sometimes we can even move the hard drive over to another system. In this case, what we did is we took their hard drive, put it into a hard drive enclosure, and gave it to the customer and helped them connect to their data so that they could get their files, so that everything would be working there. So that's some of the things that we have seen. We'll also go over some other things that we've seen on the flip side.
Listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Or just go to our website, afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to A Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for A Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do,
Yes,
and we are back. I think we have both stations in the call, so this is pretty cool. So definitely, this is awesome. We're here. We're ready to go live. Just some technical issues that you have sometimes when you start these calls and you're doing them, but we're here. We're ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues. Our number in the studio to be a part of the show, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. We do have the live videos going right now over on Facebook and YouTube. You can head over there. You can hear the show. You can see the show, and so everything's good. I think we have everyone in the show. I know we have Cliff. I see him every now and then. He pops in there with his camera. For whatever reason, my camera is not turning on. Probably because it's being used by Zoom, because we started out the show originally on Zoom. But anyway, we're here. We're ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. So you can give us a call, 772-340-1590. So as I was talking about a little bit in the last break, so Karen, for some reason, is not getting any audio, but you hear me fine, Cliff, right? You can just let me know if you hear me fine. So I think, okay, you got me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we need to get Karen over at WCNO out of the call that she's in. So I'll add her again. Okay. So anyway, we've been out here helping to resolve computer problems, helping customers with issues. One of the things that we have seen again is we have seen some issues where, with the power, with the storms last week, we did have a system that went down. The motherboard was bad. We needed to actually we were able to get their data and get them back up and running. This is for a church, actually. This was for a church, and they actually had another computer. They actually brought us a hard drive from the pastor that had sermons on it where the drive failed. and we haven't yet been able to retrieve data off of that. We're not sure whether we are able to retrieve data off of that. And, over the last, this is something that we do on a regular basis, where we actually have situations where what we do is we actually look and we see whether we're able to get to connections, and whether we're able to retrieve data. One of the things that we can do is, in a lot of cases, we are able to retrieve data even when the things go bad. In many cases, we're able to retrieve data from drives that are failing, but not always. And sometimes there are situations where we can't retrieve the data. And in that case, you hope that there's a good backup. Unfortunately, many times there's not a good backup. Many times what actually happens is people say, I was just about to make a backup. And that's really not the best words to hear when you say, hey, I'm just about to make a backup. I was just about to do it. Well, just about is in hand grenades, close counts, in horseshoes, close counts, just about when you're talking about backing up your hard drive, the data that's important to you, it doesn't do you any good. We've had situations where customers have, we've created a backup system for them that was dependent on them making the backup. And we showed them how to do it. And then what happened? So what happened? I think we're working on getting WCNO back in still, but what actually happened with the system is we're actually having system where we show the people how to make a connection. We show the people how to actually get in there, and we actually show them how to make the backup, and show them how to do it, and we make the backup. And we've had situations where they've actually had problems where they just their drive failed, and we go to get to the backup, and lo and behold, we can't get to the backup. We can't retrieve anything. So this is something that definitely we want to have a situation where really the best situation is where your data is backed up and you don't have to do anything to get your data. You don't have to have any issues. The data, just you're able to access it. So this is something that what we're actually looking at here is we do have now data solutions or solutions where we can actually back up your data to a local device and to the cloud. And we can actually set this up where it happens without your intervention. So you're not dependent on clicking a button, on doing something, on trying to get the backup to run, plugging in the backup drive, changing the backup drives, swapping them out, making sure that things are working there. It's going to work. Whatever it is, it's going to work. It's not dependent on you, and it's not even dependent, it's something that works as long as you have internet connection, and really, you have your data on your computer, you have your data on the external drive that's connected to your computer, or is on another device maybe, and you're accessing it shared. And then you also have your data on in the cloud. And so you're able to actually get that data, and you're able to retrieve that. And worst case scenario, you actually go out and you get your data from the cloud. And what we're talking about here, we're not just talking about just your files. We're talking about the entire configuration of the computer. So your operating system, all of the programs that you have, all of the settings, getting those all in there. And this is something that definitely we're actually working on, and we can actually we have several individuals, home offices, and businesses that have this system in place where we're backing up their servers, we're backing up the other devices on their system, and so we can help you with this also. And so and it looks like we finally have WCNO joining in the call. I think that they're actually into the right call here now. So that's a good thing. But with the backup, what we're looking at is having something that's not dependent on you. And really what you need to protect against, a few things as far as failure. You need to protect against hardware failure. Like maybe the hard drive actually goes bad. And in the case where the hard drive goes bad, as I mentioned, in a lot of cases, we can get your data back with, but it does. Not always. And when we can't get it back, we do have outside data recovery facilities that can get it back, but that costs quite a bit of money because they're actually taking your drive into a clean room, they're taking it apart, they're diagnosing it, figuring out what went wrong, and they're repairing it. And if they're able to get your data back, you're going to pay, but it's going to be quite a bit of money. When I say quite a bit of money, how much am I talking about? I'm talking about maybe $800 to $1,500. And, you're looking at downtime as well. So, you want to protect against hardware failure. You also want to protect against human error. What happens if you go out and you actually accidentally delete a file that you need? Or maybe we've seen this happen before. I've made errors on files, and I know many of our customers have done this, and we've worked with them on their files as well, where maybe you accidentally highlight everything in the document and press a key, and so you replace everything in the document. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's a chapter of a book, maybe it's a school paper, maybe it's something else that a presentation you're working on, a sales presentation, or a Bible study that you're going to be presenting. We've helped pastors and Bible study leaders, sometimes on the day that they're giving a sermon, delivering a sermon or a Bible study, to retrieve their data. It's always, it can be a little bit challenging when you're right in the midst of things and things aren't working, and you don't see what your data is. And so, but we are able to, you want to protect against human error. And then there's also it's situations where you might have sabotage, where someone purposely damages your data. Maybe it's an employee that you need to let go, and on their way out, they delete your data off of the server, and they damage the backups as well. Well, that can actually happen. We've seen it happen. And by the way, if you know you're going to fire someone, you should we recommend talking to a computer expert ahead of time and making sure that they have no access to your data before that actually happens. And we actually help customers with that, and we can help you with that if you want to as well. Now, you also, some other things you want to protect against. You also want to protect against your, you want to protect against sabotage, and not just sabotage from an employee or maybe someone else that gets mad at you, but you want to protect against what's called ransomware. And this is where your computer, you're tricked into clicking on a link or opening an attachment, or somehow hackers gain access to your system, and they launch malicious code that starts encrypting the data on your computer. Well, it's important to back up. And really, one of the things they're going to do also is they're going to go after your backup as well, because they have a much higher chance of getting money from you if they have your data. And they've destroyed your backup as well. So if you no longer have access to your data, and you also no longer have access to your backup, well, that's something that you'll want to check out, because we can actually help you with that. And these are things you want to protect, and you want to protect against natural disaster also. What happens if you have fire? What happens if you have a flood? What happens if there's theft? You want to protect your data against these types of things, and you really want that to be not dependent on you doing something, because really sometimes with the best of intentions, we don't always do what we need to do, what we know we need to do, and just about is not good enough.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. A Faster PC has been here, and as Florida begins to open for business,
The Faster PC.
will remain open to repair computers 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 Saturdays. We offer curbside drop-off and pickup and on-site service where a Faster PC can come to you. And we can fix many computer problems remotely without requiring any in-person contact. A Faster PC is also working to help our customers set up remote access so that employees can continue to work and be productive from home. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 next to the new Dollar General in Port St. Lucie, and on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. Again, that's 772-878-5978. Even in times like these, when you have computer problems,
You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC or A Faster Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to a Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for a Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your questions and ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. And this is, we've been talking about backups and really because we've seen quite a few issues. We even saw, one of the things we see sometimes is people say, well, my computer's getting a little bit sluggish, so I'm going to move my files off of my computer and move them to an external hard drive. And then we'll realize that external hard drive, if you move your data off of your computer to the external hard drive, that's not a backup. External hard drives fail also, and in fact, they fail more often than internal hard drives. So you really don't want to have your data only in one place ever. You definitely don't want it to only be on an external hard drive. And if it is on an external hard drive, is that external hard drive encrypted? In other words, do you have to type a password to get access to that data? And if not, what prevents, if you lose that drive, what prevents someone else from accessing that drive and getting access to your data? Well, maybe, you might say, well, it's not very important because all these are pictures and stuff like that. Of course, pictures are important. I'm not saying that pictures aren't important, but pictures are important. But definitely, one of the things that you want to look at is you don't want any sensitive financial information to get out there. You don't want to be releasing, anyone to get a hold of, maybe it's customer data, maybe it's credit card information, maybe it's date of birth, maybe it's social security numbers. And speaking of protecting your data, when we talk about protecting your data, we've been talking about backups and how you can make backups and how we can actually help you make backups and provide a backup system for you that doesn't depend on you doing anything, and it actually backs up so that you have the data in 3 locations: the original source, which is your computer, an external drive that's located locally at your location, and then also the cloud. You want your data to also be in a location other than your computer. And if you're not comfortable having your data in the cloud, well, we can work on some solutions there as well. But some of those solutions are probably going to require you doing something. And as we've talked about, that doesn't always happen. People don't always follow through as well as they should, because things get busy and you think, well, I can do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you say, I'm busy today. I'll do that the next day. I'll do that the next day. And sometimes, there's even a song about that, a Christian song about that. I'll give my life to Jesus tomorrow, and then, tomorrow never comes. And it can be that way with backing up your data. Well, backing up your data doesn't have quite as big of consequences as not giving your life to Jesus, but still some very major consequences, for both individuals, but also in addition to individuals. Think about what about not only your individual data, but let's say you have a business, let's say you have a church, let's say this is a book that you're working on, or a school project that you're working on, or maybe this is critical data that is required for your business to run. So you really want to not only protect that from damage in the ways that we've talked about, from physical failure of the component itself. And sometimes we've talked about physical failure of the drive, but on some computers, the drive is actually soldered onto the motherboard. So if you don't have a backup, the drive could actually physically be fine, but the motherboard bad, you've lost your data if you have no backup. So, it's important to protect against hardware failure, whether that's the physical drive, whether that's, a motherboard that maybe the drive is on the motherboard, physically soldered to the motherboard, unmovable, unchangeable. Maybe you have an external drive that is dependent on a controller that's in the enclosure, and that controller fails. By the way, some of the external drive manufacturers, including, I'll name them, Western Digital, they build their external hard drives in such a way that without the controller on that card, on that external enclosure, you can't access the data. With a Seagate, you can actually pull the drive out of the enclosure, like we did with a customer recently, and we were able to retrieve a deleted partition, and we were able to retrieve their data off of this drive. It wasn't easy. It took some time, but we were able to retrieve their data and to get them up and running. We had a customer that brought us a Western Digital drive, that external drive, and we were able to get their data, but only because we actually had one of those same drives in our possession, and we actually took our drive apart and used our controller to access the data on his computer, because we couldn't actually pull the drive out like we could with a Seagate and connect it to a regular computer. We had to actually use one of the Western Digital controllers. So you want to protect against hardware failure. You want to protect against sabotage. You want to protect against human error. You want to protect against ransomware. You want to protect against theft and fire. You want to know that this is protected, even if you forget to do what you're supposed to do. Again, many data protection schemes are dependent on you doing something, and that doesn't always happen. So we do have solutions now where we can back up the data and keep it safe without you having to change out drives, without you having to run backups without you having to do certain things. And this is something that really is something that really can help protect your data. I remember in the old days, back when people used to back up, businesses used to back up with tape drives. So you actually had a tape that was kind of like a cassette tape, but it was shaped differently. It was shorter and not as wide, but it was thicker, and it actually data would be written to that tape drive, and the tape itself was supposed to be rotated. And we had a situation where the server was down and data needed to be recovered. They had a bad drive in the server. Data needed to be recovered from the tape backup. So we asked the employees, when was the last time the tape backup was changed? Well, they had a plan to change it every week, every Friday. So the employee that's responsible for that said, I just changed it Friday. So we go back to what they said was because the tape that was in there didn't have any good data. So we go back to what they said was the previous tape. And back in those days, it took hours and hours and hours to find out whether, probably about 2 hours to find out what was on the tape and whether you could get something off of it. And lo and behold, it wasn't recent data. I mean, that tape hadn't been in that system for 3 months or so. I mean, imagine losing 3 months of data. And those types of things happen when your backup system is dependent on people doing something or clicking on something to actually launch the backup, or there's no redundancy. So if you have a ransomware attack and the data is corrupted, or you have human error where someone actually physically, maybe, I'm sure in some cases it's on purpose, but quite often it's not on purpose. Someone just makes a mistake and damages a file, maybe deletes a file or changes a file so that it has no data. And then you run your backup, and your backup replaces that bad data file is then overwrites your good data file that's on your backup. We've had customers even have problems with a file, and before they called us in, they made a backup and they overwrote what was on the backup. Well, so you want to actually have a system that will allow you to go back in time to yesterday, or the day before, or last week, or the week before that, or a month ago, or 2 months ago, or because you don't know when this file was corrupted. You don't know when the error happened in the file. You just have to get to a place where that doesn't exist. Also, when you have ransomware, from what we have found, what we have seen when we have dealt with ransomware, typically your backup will also be encrypted. In fact, your most recent backup and even a week ago's backup, quite often the data will be encrypted. And I know we've talked about this, we've thrown out these terms, and it's occurring to me, maybe you don't even know what encryption means. If you've ever been through a ransomware event, you would know what encryption is. It's where you go to open a file and the file can't open. And you actually have a message that pops up on your desktop that tells you that all of your data is encrypted, and the people that encrypted it are demanding money to get your data back, to decrypt your data for you. And they will decrypt your data for you if you give them money and you send them money. Well, that's not a very good solution. You're looking at paying a criminal to give you your data back. It's like kind of like someone steals your car and says, "I'll give it back to you if you pay me $2,000." Well, that's not really a good thing to do to actually reward the criminal. And then you're trusting a criminal that encrypted your data to give you your data back, and you're also trusting them to not leave access to your computer for the future, which quite often they do. So that's what encryption is. It actually makes it so your data can't be open. And what are we talking about your data? We're talking about Word documents, Excel documents. We're talking about PowerPoint presentations. We're talking about pictures. We're talking about PDF documents. The last ransomware event that we went through, the ransomware actually encrypted program files, so you couldn't open up Edge. You couldn't open up Chrome. You couldn't open up Firefox. You couldn't open up Microsoft Outlook. So not only did it encrypt the files on the computer, it actually encrypted the program files as well. So you want to have protection against all of this, and we have a solution that doesn't depend on you, doesn't depend on your employees, and our number is 772-878-5978, 772-878-5978. We can help you protect yourself.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show, or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website at fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5. And next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is, We Will Never Forget 911 Unless the Lord Guard the City. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.fasterpc.com. Again, that's fasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Isn't it about time that we protect every human being in America, including the preborn? Go to personhoodflorida.com today to sign the Human Life Protection Amendment to establish liberty and justice for all. Again, that's personhoodflorida.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
On the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.